Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 8 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 8 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter number 3 and the lessons we're going to cover from the chapter are factors, divisibility rules, prime or composite, right? So let's just start with the first lesson that are factors. So what do you know about the factors? What are the factors? Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well, right? So what are the factors? So a factor of a number is a number that divides the given number evenly or exactly, right? Leaving no remainder, right? That would be the factor. So a factor of a number is a number that divides the given number evenly or exactly, leaving no remainder. That would be the factor. If you divide a number by the given number and it divides completely, that means that would be the factor of the number. For example, we are going to see if 27 is divisible by 7, right? Let's just divide 7 times what number is 23? 7 times 3 is 23. Sorry, 7 times 3 is 21, right? You don't have any remainder is 0. That means 7 is a factor of 21 because 7 can divide 21, right? Let's just do another example. 6 divided by 3. 3 times what number is 6? 3 times 2 is 6. No remainder is 0. That means 3 is a factor of 6, right? Okay, 42 divided by 5. 5 times 8 is 40 and you have a remainder 2, right? That means 5 is not a factor of 42, right? So 5 is not a factor of 42. Okay, the next one is another example. I'm going to write on the board. You have to then tell me if the number is the factor of the given one, okay? Okay, you have 84. You need to see if 7 is the factor of 84. Which is the correct option, yes or no? 84 divided by 7. Is 7 a factor of 84? Just divide 84 by 7. Let's see if completely divides. 7 times 1 is 7. 8 take away 7 is 1. Bring 4 down, that would be 14. 7 times 2 is 14, right? It divides evenly. You have the answer 2, remainder is 0. That means yes, 7 is a factor of 84, right? Okay, the other example is 69 divided by 3. Is 3 a factor of 69? It is, yes. When you divide 69 by 9, it divides evenly. 3 times 2 is 6 and 3 times 3. So yes, it is a factor of 3. 69 is a factor of 3, right? Okay, the other example is 81 divided by 3. Is it a factor of 3? So you can see 3 is a factor of 81, yes or no? Yes, because 3 completely divides 81, so 3 is a factor of 81, right? Okay, the next lesson we'll cover today is divisibility rules. So what do you know about the divisibility rules? What are the divisibility rules? Because you have already done these lessons in earlier grades. So what is the divisibility rules? Okay, so the divisibility rules is you don't have to divide, right? That is a shorthand and useful way to determine whether a given integer is divisible by a fixed integer you without performing the division, right? You don't have to perform the division, you just have to apply some rule and you have to check if a given number is divisible by the other number, right? You can note down the definition of the divisibility rule. Let me just write them down. You can note down the definition. Divisibility, divisibility rules, right? A very easiest definition is these rules let you test if one number is divisible by another without having to do too much calculations, right? We don't have to actually divide, right? You just have to apply some rules and then you have to see if the number is divisible by a given number, yes or no, right? Let's just start with an example. For example, you have a number that is 723. You need to see if the number is divisible by 3, right? 723, is 723 divisible by 3? You can either divide, right? But you have to apply divisibility rule. The divisibility rule for every number is different. For divisibility rule for 3 is you have to add up all the digits, 7 plus 2 plus 3. The sum is 9, 10, 11, 12. If the sum of the numbers in a digit is divided by 3, just check if 12 is divisible by 3. Yes, it is. 12 12 divided by 3 is 4. That means yes, 723 is divisible by 3, right? If you divide, that's a bit long division. So you haven't divided and you got your answer. That is the divisibility. For every number, the divisibility rule is different. You have to keep these divisibility rules in your mind, right? Okay, let me just write down the divisibility rules on the board. You can just note them down, right? They are very, very important. You have to keep them in your mind when working on the division, right? I'm going to write them on the board quickly. For the numbers till 9, you can note them down. Be quick. Okay, so the divisibility rule for 1 is any number is divisible by 1, right? Start with divisibility rule for 2. If the last digit is even, if the last digit is even, that means the number is divisible by 2. Even means 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Just do an example. 128. You can see 8 here. Yes, it is divisible by 129. 9 is not even odd. No, it is not divisible by 2. Right? That is the divisibility rule for. Let's just see divisibility rule for 3. If the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. We have done with one of the example with that the divisibility rule for 3, right? For example, you have 381. Just add 3 plus 8 plus 1. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have 12. 12 is divisible by 3. Yes, 3 times 4 is 12. That means yes, 381 is divisible by 3, right? Okay, the divisibility rule for 4. The last two digits are divisible by 4. Okay, for example, you have a number 1312. The last two digits is 12. 12 is divisible by 4. 4 times 3 is 12. That means yes, 1312 is divisible by 4, right? The next one is 7019. 19. It is not divisible by 4. That means no, this is not divisible by 4, right? Okay, the next one is the divisibility rule for 5. Okay, the last digit would be either 0 or 5. For 5, it is the last digit is 5 or 0. 175, you have the last digit 5. Yes, it is divisible by 2. 809, 9. No, it is not divisible by 5, right? The next one is the divisibility rule for 6. If the number is divisible by 2 and by 3, that means the number is divisible by 6, right? If number is evenly divided by 2 or 3, right? 2 and 3, not or, right? The number must be divisible by both 2 and 3, then the number is divisible by 3. And how do you check for 2 and 3? We have already done with the divisibility rule for 2 and 3, right? That means if you have to check if a number is divisible by 2, for example, you have 114. Just apply the divisibility rule for 2. The last digit is even, so it is divisible by 2. Yes. Just see if it is divisible by 3. 4, 5, 6. The sum is 6 and 6 is divisible by 3. The number is divisible by 2 and by 3 also. That means 114 is divisible by 6. Right? Okay, the next one is divisibility rule for 7. Okay, the divisibility rule for 7 is double the last digit and subtract it from the number made by the other digits and subtract it by the numbers made by the other digit. Numbers made by the other digits. The result must be divisible by 7. Okay, let's just do an example. The result must be divisible by 7. Okay, let's just do an example. The number we have is 672, right? What's wrong with the whiteboard? Okay, let's just do an example for the divisibility rule for 7, right? You have 672, right? Double the last digit, right? The double of 2 is 4. Double 2, that would be 4. The rest of the digit is 67. Subtract 67, subtract the 4, subtract it by the numbers made by the other digit. Other digits made 67. 67 minus 4 is 63. The result is must be divisible by 7. Just see, 63 is divisible by 7. Yes, 7 times 9 is 67. That means yes, the number 672 is divisible by 9. 7, right? For the divisibility rule for 8 is the last three digits must be divisible by 8. For 8 it is the last three digits are divisible by 8. For 9 it is the sum of the digits is divisible by 9. And for 10 it is the number ends with 0. Right? These are the divisibility rules for from 1 till 10, right? They are very, very useful when you are working on the division. You have to keep them in your mind so you can note them now, right? Okay, let's just do the practice question. Let's just go to now A plus and find the lessons there, and let's just do the practice question. So here I am on the aplusstudents.com. I'm on grade 8 math. Chapter we're working on is number theory. Now let's just start with the lesson factors. I've already explained what are the factors. We just have to do the practice questions now, right? Okay. Okay. Okay, let's just practice questions, right? Okay, beside 14 and 1, which one is the factor of 14? You are given the four options. The number that evenly divides 14 is the factor of 14. Which number is it? Which number is it? That would be just 2. 2. 14 can be evenly divided by 2, right? So 2 is the factor of 14. Which number is the factor of 6? It is the correct option. You are given 4 of the options. Which number can evenly divide 6? Two is the only number that is the factor of 6, right? Because 2 can evenly divide 6. So the correct option is 2. Besides 16 and 1, which is the one factor of 16? So which number is the factor of 16? Eight is the factor of 16, right? 8 times 2 is 16. Only 8 is the factor of 16, right? Which number is a factor of 12? The only number that is the factor of 12 is, very good, that would be 12. So the correct option is 12. Which number is a factor of 10? Which is the correct option? Yes, it is 5. 5 is the only factor of 10. Which number is a factor of 9? 27, right? No, factor of 9. The number that can evenly divide 9. That would be 3. 3 times 3 is 9, right? So the correct option is 3. Which number besides 18 and 11? What is one factor of 18? So which number can evenly divide 18, which is the correct option. That would be 6. So the correct option is 6. Very good. Which number is a factor of 4? Yes, the factor of 4 is very good. That would be 2. Which number is a factor of 20? Yes, that would be 4 is the factor of 20. 4 it is, right? Which, okay, beside 15 and 1, what is one factor of 15? Which is the correct option? It would be 5. 5 is the factor of 15, right? The correct option is 5. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. We have already done with the explanation of the next lesson, that is that is divisibility rules. So let's just start with the divisibility rules, right? Okay, is 970,290 divisible by 6, right? So you have to apply the divisibility rule for 6. That is, if the number is divisible by 2 and divisible by 3, right? So first apply the divisibility rules for 2. The divisibility rule for 2 is the ones digit must be even, either 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So just look at the ones digit. 97029. Okay, 970,290. Just apply the divisibility rule for 2. You have 0 at the ones position, right? That means 970 and 290 completely divided by 2. Now let's just apply the divisibility rule for 3. The divisibility rule for 3 is you have to divide the given number by 3. So apply the divisibility rule for 3, that is you have to sum up the digits. If they sum if the sum is divisible by 3, that means the number is divisible by 3. 9 and 9, 18, 20, 27. 27 is divisible by 3. Yes, 3 times 9 is 27. So that means yes, 9720 is divisible by 2 and divisible by 3. That means yes, the number is divisible by 6. So yes, the number is divisible by 6. Let's just start with the practice questions. Is 227,950 divisible by 10? Yes or no? Yes, it is divisible by 2. By 10, the divisibility rule for 10 is the last digit must be 0. So the digit is already 0. So it is divisible by 10. Is 970,290 divisible by 6? Which is the correct option? That's the one I just did on the tutorial, right? So if the number you have to check is divisible by 6, yes, it is divisible by 2, right? That's the one we did in the tutorial, so I know the answer is yes. Is 187,270 divisible by 4? Who remembers the divisibility rule for 4? What is the divisibility rule for 4? If the last two digit of the number is divisible by 4, that means the number is divisible by 4. The last two digits make 70. You cannot divide 70 by 4, right? 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 7 is 28. You have a remainder 2. That means no number is not divisible by 4. The correct option is no. Which digit makes the statement true? So which number is missing? Let's just apply the divisibility rule for 8. The divisibility rule for 8 is you have to double the last digit. Then you have to calculate the sum. You are given the number is divisible by 8, right? Let's just calculate the sum of the other digits because you have to find this digit. The sum of other digits is no. The other digits is 9, 2, 6, 3, 1, 1. It must be divisible by the. Okay, you have to see if you double the last number. This number must be divisible by the number, right? 2 it is. How do you know? Let's just see because I just. Okay, you can put 0 here because 104 is the multiple of 8, so it would be 0. The correct option is 0, not 2, right? Okay, which is 880,404 divisible by 8? You can apply the divisibility rule for here. Double the last number. No, for the divisibility rule for 8, the last three digits must be divisible by 8. Just see 4 by 404 is divisible by 8. 8 times 5 is 40. 0. No. You have to put a decimal. That means no. 880,404 is not divisible by 8, right? The correct option is no. Yes, I forgot actually. Is 619650 divisible by 5? Yes, it is because the last digit is 0. So the number is divisible by 5. The correct option is yes. Select the digit that makes the statement true. Okay, the number is divisible by 2, right? That means that last digit must be divisible by 2. So which is the correct option? 7923. Which option is the correct one? It is 2, right? 2 it is, because 2 is the only number that can be divisible by 2. It is 2. You just guessing the answers. Please do not guess. Think and then answer logically. Which digit makes the statement true? Is divisible by 3. The number is divisible by 3. That means the sum of all these number must be divisible by 3. Let's just add and see which is the missing number. Just add the rest of the numbers. 8 plus 5 plus 0 plus 1 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5. Let's suppose the missing number is 3. Right, let me just add them. Calculator, using calculator, it is 8 plus 5 plus 0 plus 1 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 3. The sum is 35. 35 is not divisible by 3, right? Let's just subtract the last digit and add, replace the last digit with 9, right? Replace this with 9. Okay, that would be 41. 41 is also not divisible by 3. Let's just add 40. 40 makes 8 makes 40. 40 is also not divisible by 3. Let's just add 4. Yes, it makes 36, and 36 is divisible by 3. That means yes, the number is divisible by 3. The correct option is yes. So the missing number is 4, right? Because when I added 4, the number can be divisible by 3. So that means the sum can be divisible by 3. That means the okay. Is 902305 divisible by 3? Let's just apply the divisibility rule. Add up all the digits. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 5, 19. 19 is divisible by 3. So it is not divisible by 3, right? The answer is no. Is 507159 divisible by 9? So the divisibility rule for 9 is, if the sum of all the digits is divisible by 9, that means the number is divisible by 9. Let me just add all the digits. 5 plus 7 plus 1 plus 5 plus 9. The sum of the digits is 27, and 27 is divisible by 9, right? That means the number is divisible by 9. It is divisible by 9. The correct option is yes, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 8 math. We are working on the chapter number theory. The lessons we have covered are factors and divisibility rules. The next one we'll do in the next session, right? So if you have any questions related to the lesson, you can ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Otherwise, you have, this is your homework to complete the practice questions for both the lessons we did today, right? So if you have any question, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions?